Hello and welcome back to the channel. I hope this video finds you well and that you're healthy and the current state of the world isn't weighing too heavy on your shoulders. I wanted to do a little video from the office today because I've not been out and I'm not having the opportunity to get out at the moment. But it's not because I'm self-isolating, but it got me thinking that there are and there will be those people that are self-isolating that will be craving that bit of photography, and I wanted to sort of create a video to let you know that you don't have to necessarily go outside in order to take good pictures and be creative and use your camera. So in this video I'm going to run through a few ideas that I've had and also things that I will be doing if we end up on a lockdown or if the kids are sent home from school because of COVID-19 and that kind of thing. As I say, I hope you're well, and yeah, let's crack on with a few of these ideas to start with. So if you've seen any of my videos previously on this channel, you'll know that I really like macro photography, so much so that I am currently about a third of the way through saving up for a dedicated macro lens. I've been selling stuff, I've been finding things in the office, having a good tidy, stuff that I don't need anymore but that will sell, and I've had stuff on eBay and Facebook Marketplace and stuff like that. I'm slowly pulling together an amount of money to fund this new lens, and it would be perfect for indoor stuff because macro photography is so accessible. You don't have to be outside for it. You can look at your house and your surroundings in a completely new way just by getting a macro lens or macro extension tubes and looking at things that little bit closer. So that's a great idea to start with, really. Have a look in your kitchen, have a look in the bathroom at different things that you've got, products, fruit and veg, soap, that kind of thing, and just get creative and try and pick out details that you might not necessarily see with the naked eye. Another idea that I've had is like the mundane, finding beauty in the mundane, not necessarily with a macro lens, just creating nice images at home. Maybe setting out a flat lay on the dining room table with some different stuff. You could even sell that via stock imagery sites. You could, if you tidied your lounge, you could maybe do sort of an interior shot, get some nice house plants, focus on different aspects of your house, make it interesting as well. So that's another idea. Get creative, and as I said before, look at things differently and maybe think outside the box a little bit. If you've got a garden, you're perfectly fine to go into your garden if you're self-isolating. So head out there, get some flowers, find any insects, look at things a bit differently again, see what you can find. There's beauty right on our doorsteps. We don't necessarily need to be in the Lake District or the Peak District or up a mountain in Snowdonia to find nice intimate landscapes within the wider landscape. So that's a good idea. Have a little look at that kind of thing. With that, I saw an image that I really liked. It really grabbed me, and I was thinking that I'd have to go to the shop to get some flowers, but I could probably use some from the garden. Someone had frozen a block of ice and put some flowers in it, and then taken images as the ice defrosted, and you had the beautiful textures of the ice mixed with the colours that were popping out of the ice of the flowers and stuff, and they were just really nice images. As I say, hopefully I'm going to take a few of these shots over the next few weeks, and especially if I get this macro lens, I'll be definitely going down the macro route. Other ideas that I had, I made a few notes on my phone. Let's just have a quick scroll through. Get a glass of water. You can do so much with a glass of water. You can try water droplets, which I've tried before. It wasn't very successful. You can just simply drop some ink into it and take pictures of the ink moving about within the water. And you could also use a full cup of water or a full glass of water and take pictures of the refraction, like put different backgrounds behind the glass, different shapes and stuff, and you'd get the background and then you'd get the refraction within the glass of that background. Could be quite interesting. You could try doing smoke trails if you found yourself wanting to do that. You could give yourself a challenge as well, maybe a weekly challenge, or if you were self-isolating for that week, you could see what you could do for that amount of time. Maybe work through the alphabet, find something that conjures up a word beginning with A and then I'll go all the way through to Z. You could even look for an A within the within shapes of the house and then work through the alphabet that way. I've seen people selling stuff like that before. If you take a picture of something that looks like an S, that could be the start of the name Stephen, and then you could do a T and E, blah blah blah, etc. like that. Let's have a little bit more look. Oil and water, really easy to do. Get some water, get some oil, get really close and intimate shots of the fact that they don't mix, and you've got the oil being held up by the water, different bubbles and stuff. You could do a bit of free lensing. If you don't know what free lensing is, just Google it. It's taking your lens off the body, and yeah, it's quite interesting, quite creative. I've done quite a bit of this before. Food photography. You could even put little figures on the food. You could have like a little train character with a pickaxe, like a little builder guy, or you could use Lego figures interacting with the food, like cutting it all up and creating little landscapes out of fruit and veg. That's quite interesting. That's the frozen thing that I mentioned before, frozen flowers. Yeah, food. We've all apparently been panic buying, create a nice meal and take a great image of it. You could sell it, or you could gift it to like a site like Unsplash, where stock imagery is free, royalty free, and people can download it for whatever they want. You could do stuff like that. That'd be great. Also, if you are stuck in the house with family, why not take some pictures of your kids or your loved one? Get creative with that. Maybe create some moody shots, get some shadows coming through blinds, and yeah, just make some memories, capture some memories. It's a funny old world that we're living in at the moment, like I said, but if you can use that time to capture some nice shots of your family that you could then maybe gift to loved ones, that's a great idea. Flat lays, I mentioned that. What you could see out your window, I know it's not always exciting, but you could do a little project. If you've especially circular windows, take a picture of that every day, see what changes, weather, etc. like that. Self-portrait, you could try self-portraits. It doesn't have to be like facing the camera like this. You could put a bit of your own spin on it. You could figure out a way that evokes who you are. Yeah, just another idea. So hopefully some of these ideas, use some mirrors, I don't know, get a bit creative. I also thought if you are craving getting outside, you could pull up all your old pictures and maybe re-edit them, because you might not have edited it for 2 or 3 years, so your editing technique will probably have changed and got better. So you might be able to re-edit that and make it a better final image, or a different image, maybe go black and white instead of colour, or I don't know, maybe just pull the outside in when you can't go outside. So yeah, hopefully that's given you a few ideas in this short in the office video. Thanks ever so much for watching, and yeah, just stay safe, look after each other, stop squabbling over toilet rolls and that kind of thing. Wash those hands, keep those hands washed, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you back here on the next one, and until then, stay safe and I'll see you soon.